Good morning. Today I thought I would share some tretinoin tips to help you get through the winter months. Now, it's been quite mild here in Ontario, but Mother Nature thought she would change her tune, and it is now winter here in Ontario. It is colder, we've been getting some snow, and so now my skin is starting to feel quite tight and it's getting dry as well. Now, I am somebody that loves using tretinoin in my nighttime routine, and I will never remove it from my nightly routine because it's a product that works, especially when you've been consistent with it. So tretinoin is considered a medication in most countries, but you might live somewhere where you can purchase this over the counter. And let's say you're not using tretinoin, but you're using a retinol or retinaldehyde, then these tips and products that I'm going to be sharing today will also apply to you as well. And if you live in a sunny, warm climate, don't go anywhere because these tips and products will also apply to you as well, especially if you're experiencing some tightness, dry flakiness to your skin while using tretinoin. So all of the products that I'm sharing today will be linked below for you for your reference. If you're looking for additional tretinoin videos, I do have several that I uploaded last year, like the best tretinoin tips, hacks, and also the best tretinoin pairings to achieve maximum results. So all of those products will be in my description box also. So let's get right into today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. And also please don't forget to give this video a like as well, as it really helps with the channel. So before I get into the tips, I thought I would share the tretinoin that I am using, especially if you are new to my channel. So I am using the Stieva-A brand, the tretinoin cream at a 0.05%. Now, I started tretinoin 4 years ago, and I started off with the 0.025%, which is one strength down from this one. I am 36, going to be 37 in February, and the main reason why I started tretinoin was to treat acne and to help fade my post-acne marks, as I did have a lot of discoloration on my cheeks. So this has dramatically improved my skin over the years, and so now it's more of a preventative to prevent acne, to prevent discoloration, to keep my tone and texture of my skin nice and smooth and bright, but also it's preventing fine lines, and it has also helped to soften some of the premature fine lines that I had prior to starting with this. So again, this is considered a medication in most countries, but if you have the opportunity to purchase this or to get a prescription, it really is a game changer. Tip number 1, don't be afraid to limit down on the amount of times you use tretinoin in your weekly routine, because sometimes we need to take more breaks from tretinoin during the winter. Now, for me personally, in the summer, I will use tretinoin 5 to 6 nights per week, but in the winter, sometimes I will use tretinoin 4 nights a week, maybe 3 nights per week. It just depends. But those off nights are your recovery nights. That is when you can start using products to repair the barrier and to bring in more moisture. Because when you have a compromised skin barrier and you keep putting that active on top, it's only going to make your skin barrier worse. And especially in the winter, with everything being more dry, it's only going to make your skin more irritated. So don't be afraid to take more off nights through the week. Of course, if you're having a good week, then keep doing the amount of times that you like to use tretinoin. But if you're starting to notice that your skin is becoming a little angry, then just limit down on your usage and use your off nights as your recovery nights. And I'm telling you, your skin is going to thank you when you do that, and your skincare products are going to work better when your barrier is not compromised. Tip number 2, if you're using a cleanser that is high foam, that lathers and gets really sudsy on your skin, and your skin feels tight and dry after you've rinsed it off, then you need to look for a cream cleanser, especially if your skin barrier is dry and compromised. So the one that I love is the Ordinary Glycolipid Cream Cleanser. Now, in the winter months, I use creamy cleansers because I feel like these are more gentle on the skin this time of year, and it just gives you moisture. This cleanser doesn't lather up too much, so that is a good thing in the winter because, of course, we're not getting that stripping effect with our skin. So this keeps our skin at that normal pH level. So when you rinse this off, your skin doesn't feel tight, it doesn't feel stripped, you don't have this residue left on your skin either, but your skin does feel quite moisturized. And sometimes when my skin is super dry, after I've cleansed my skin with this, I will go back in with this cleanser and put a good amount all over my face, and I will just let it sit for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I rinse off with cool water and I go in with my skincare after. And even by doing that, gives my skin that nice moisture and it preps my skin for my skincare. So it really is a great one for all skin types, including combination and oily skin. I have combination skin, my skin loves this. I was using this even during the summer months and I still enjoyed it. And also this is a product that is very gentle, so if you accidentally get this into your eyes, from my experience with this, I never had burning eyes. So it really is a lovely one for every day, twice a day. And again, it doesn't lather up too much, so you will never have that stripped barrier when you're using this. Tip number 3, start using an essence if you haven't done so already. An essence is a lovely product to use after your cleanser, but before your serums and your creams, as this helps to prep your skin and it also gives your skin that additional moisture. Now, I may not use an essence all the time, but when my skin is dry and it's irritated and, especially during the winter months, I will always incorporate an essence. And so the one that I love is the Cosrx Snail Mucin Power Essence. This is basically like glass skin in a bottle. It gives your skin that glass-like look. It looks so healthy. You have this glow to your skin, and your skin has this bounce to it as well. And this is a great one to use every day, twice a day, or of course you can just strictly keep this for your nighttime routine. So I will use this on my recovery nights when I'm not using tretinoin, and I will also use this when I am using tretinoin, especially in my winter routine. And this is exceptional. This also helps to repair your skin barrier, but it's more moisturizing than anything. So again, if you're lacking that moisture and your skin is super dry, tight, and flaky, use an essence. I would say use this one. This is K-Beauty, by the way, but of course you can use whatever essence you want. But just having that extra product before your serums really makes the biggest difference. Tip number 4, use a serum that contains a lot of repairing ingredients while also keeping your skin moisturized. So looking for a serum that is milky, something that contains ceramides, your lipids, something like that, because these will really help get you through the winter months. And when you're using tretinoin and you have that compromised skin barrier, this is the serum that you'd want to use before you apply your tretinoin. So I have 2 options here that I love. The first one is the Ordinary Soothing and Barrier Support Serum. So this is their pink serum. They came out with this later in 23, and this is a lovely one for that compromised barrier that has that itch, that burning sensation to the skin. You have dryness and flakiness. This can be used literally every day, twice a day, or just use it when you need it, or just use it when you're using your tretinoin or active ingredients. Now, I don't use this every day, but when my skin is feeling like it's starting to get irritated or it's dry, then that's when I will start incorporating this in my nighttime routine, and it never ever disappoints. It has that creaminess to it, so it just feels really comforting on the skin when your skin needs it. The next one is Niod Modulating Glucoside. So this is very similar to the Ordinary one in terms of that milky consistency. They both will help to repair the barrier and to give moisture, but the ingredients are slightly different. This one is more expensive than the Ordinary one, so just depending on your budget and what brand you prefer, of course, that will help you to decide which one to go with here. But I've been using this one the longest, as this one has been out for quite a while, and this never ever disappoints. Now, I've actually never timed it, but this is actually one of the only serums that will give me instant relief. So if my skin does feel like it has that itch, that burning sensation, I would say probably within 5 minutes or so, that itch and that burn has subsided. This one works a little quicker in my opinion compared to the ordinary one, but again, they are both exceptional. I just feel like this one works a little bit better. But again, finding a serum that is similar to this and having it in your routine before your tretinoin will make the biggest difference, especially in the winter. Tip number 5, get yourself a thick, rich cream. You may not need to use this every day, but have it on hand for when your skin needs it. The one that I recommend is the Aven Cicaphate Restorative Protective Cream. I used to use this all the time a couple of years ago. I stopped using it. Honestly, I couldn't tell you why. Probably because I got using other things and I forgot all about it. But I am back using this again and oh my gosh, I have been missing out. I really love this, and to be honest, I feel like this works better than the La Roche-Posay Balm B5. This is thicker, richer, more moisturizing, and more repairing in my opinion. The texture of this is like toothpaste, but don't be alarmed because a little bit goes a long way, and once you get working this into your skin and you're spreading it all around, your skin absorbs it really nicely and your skin looks and feels incredible, especially when your skin is super dry and irritated. So I put this on top of tretinoin. I use this on recovery nights. I will use this with copper peptides. I use this with everything and it doesn't disappoint. You can use this in your morning. Just keep in mind that this is a little thicker. So depending on the sunscreen and makeup you are using, it may or may not work. It may not layer up nicely, but for me personally, I just strictly keep this for nighttime, and when I wake up in the morning, my skin just feels incredible. So it's nice to have an option like this on hand for when you need it, and of course, the days that you really don't need this, just use something that is a little bit more lightweight. But if you want something that is thick and repairing, look into this one. Tip number 6. You could start slugging in your winter routine when you're using tretinoin. Now, slugging is when you put something occlusive, like an ointment, on top of your moisturizer or on top of your tretinoin as that last step in your skincare routine. And this is going to prevent transepidermal water loss. So having that layer is going to keep all of the moisture in your skin so that your skin can remain moisturized and comfortable while you're sleeping. Now, you don't need to do this every night, but you can, or just do this when your skin is extremely dry and flaky. So of course, you can use any type of ointment. You can use Aquaphor, you can use Vaseline. I also really like the Weber ointment, and the reason why I like this is because this formulation contains vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. So this is pretty much the same as Aquaphor, but this has that vitamin E ingredient. So you just have a little bit more skin benefiting ingredients in this formulation, but all you want to do is just put a thin layer all over your face, or you could just put a thin layer of this in certain areas of your skin that are drier, that are more flaky or more irritated. So you can put this all over or just in certain sections, and this makes the biggest difference all year round, but especially during the winter. And the last tip is to always remember to apply tretinoin onto dry skin, or skin that is as dry as it can be. Now, there might be a lot of people that prefer to put tretinoin or retinol onto damp skin, and if you can do that and you're not seeing anything additional in terms of dryness and irritation, then you do you. But most people can't put tretinoin onto damp skin, because if you do this, this is allowing your tretinoin to absorb quicker into your skin, which then could cause additional dryness and irritation a day or two later, on top of the irritation that you might be already experiencing from tretinoin. So it just escalates and makes things a little bit worse when you put that active onto damp skin. So just make sure that your skin is dry, or as dry as it can be. The essence and the serum that I shared in today's video, of course, those would be applied before tretinoin. So your skin won't be super dry when you put your tretinoin on, but just make sure that you allow time for everything to absorb and to dry down a little bit before going in with tretinoin. And it just helps a little bit more in terms of that additional irritation that can happen a couple of days later. So just always remember that. But then of course, as your skin becomes used to it and we come into the summer months, maybe you might want to put it onto damp skin. It's totally up to you. But for me, I always put actives on dry skin and all of my moisturizing, hydrating, repairing ingredients onto damp skin for better absorption. But again, that's what I do. But those are all of the tips that I wanted to share with you today to help you get through the winter months. I hope that you enjoyed it, that you found it helpful, and I hope I was able to introduce you to a few new products today. Of course, everything, like I said, will be linked below for you, including the Tretinoin videos that I uploaded last year. Let me know what you're using with your Tretinoin in the winter. And if you do apply some of these tips and products into your routine this year, I would love to know how it's going. So make sure you come back and let us know how everything is working out for you. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.